You probably have heard the words, don't make your dream game, make a small game, off of many people when getting interested in game development. It's advice given by veteran developers trying to help you not make the beginner mistakes that they also once did. But there is a flaw with this. Game development is not an overnight challenge, for the most of us anyways, but instead a journey, an adventure. You don't wake up in Skyrim being able to kill Alduin right away. You don't defeat Bowser on level 1, and you don't have a Porsche from the get-go in Forza. Wait, never mind. That one's an exception. In my opinion, you should make mistakes, and a key mistake that you should begin with is making your dream game, whether it be an open world RPG, or a huge scale MMO with thousands of players, or even a platformer with a grappling hook. Begin with your idea, the reason why you want to make games in the first place. This brings us on to motivation. The driving force that brings you to create a dream game is more powerful than any small idea that you could come up with. You'll spend countless hours watching YouTube, studying mechanics, following tutorials to bring your ideas to life. You won't even realize how hard you work on this idea until you look back on it. You will pour your soul into bringing this into reality. And with that, you will learn more about game development in creating Snake 2, Minesweeper 2, or any small game, even Minecraft 2. Your idea is allowed to be flawed, as you don't understand the contents of making a game. It may never reach the finish line, it may never release. Maybe the furthest you go is making the main player move or attack. But in that time, you had fun learning. You came up with ideas, learned how to implement them, and now you have way more knowledge than before you started. Progression. You come to understand what it takes to make games. Writing down on paper your idea for the world to see, sharing it with friends, and making it. This process is something new for you, but you push yourself to bring that idea to life, the one you wish existed before, and decided to take upon yourself or with a group of friends. You'll feel you progress by miles, following tutorials if you're brand new to coding, and putting all together the mechanics, but there will come a point where you need to implement your own custom mechanics and you just can't figure out how to. You look into your code, it's in shambles and you can't even understand half of it. It runs poorly and you don't even know the first steps to optimizing. You've moved at a rapid pace, developing, absorbing, but you also haven't learned how to manage all that information and structure it correctly. Failure. This is often the reason why developers suggest you do not make your dream game, because they hit this point at one stage or another, and they don't want you to feel this same feeling. In my opinion, this is the most vital experience and feeling one can go through. You face a harsh reality that maybe you don't have what it takes yet to achieve your dream, to make this game of yours a reality. Maybe you push past this struggle, bringing yourself to the other side of the roadblock, whether it be the latest textures, modeling, but you will hit this roadblock time and time again. This is something you'll always encounter in game development, and if you don't know how to deal with it, you will never succeed. Remember, your first dozen games may never gain any traction, and if you avoid that reality, it will be really demoralizing. So, in my opinion, you should face it as soon as possible by creating the game of your dreams. Understanding. At this stage, you probably put your game down, let your idea for a future point in time, and have the choice of never developing again or understanding what you've just learned. Many will realize that game development is not for them at this stage and hang their coats up and walk away. Others will endlessly work on their dream game until they perfect it, like Eric Barone with Stardew Valley. But most who want to make games will put it aside and now begin to make small games. Remember, you've gathered a lot of knowledge on what goes into making games at this point. From code, art, music, textures, models, mechanics, marketing, the whole lot. And from this point, you can use your understanding to your advantage. You now know how long it takes to make a game, being able to set more realistic deadlines that are achievable in a short time frame. You also begin to understand that tutorial hell is an alluring trap, and may deviate, attempting to create a game from what you know personally and can research upon. You may set goals such as creating a demo, release a game on itch, or maybe you push all the way to a Steam release. Succeeding. For me, I have failed many times. I joined a game jam and never finished my first game. I never finished my second or third game, but each failure was newfound knowledge and understanding. From this, I set a goal, release my first game commercially. I pushed for this and released Dwarvain on Google Play, and then I entered a game jam with Over Underflow and won that as well. These moments were never going to be possible if I hadn't failed before. This is where you come in. With all these moments of victories that may never be possible if you also haven't failed before. Playing game development safe and making small games with an increasing scope is risk-free, but it does not build you up for that moment of failure. If you fail early and continue, you will succeed, as you drive yourself to return to your dream game at a later date. Now, that is just my opinion on the topic. I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you did, Make sure to subscribe, as we're aiming for 500 subscribers by next year. Comment down below your opinions on the topic as well. Anyways, I'll see you in the next one.